Pokemon Trainer Dwayne. Should I say anything more? But I will. He went to PC 101 asking for a battle. He personally asked me, and I said I would. So I lead off with Wigglytuff. He leads off with Primeape, and I switch, predicting close combat, which I should have known he wouldn't have done, because it's too early in the game to make moves like that. And he U-turns, and I switch out to my Gardevoir. It gets raped, but I do something, and I trace its vital spirit, which made this whole portion of hypnosis misses, and it just made him really funny. Now, I wish up, and he sets up Stealth Rock, which doesn't affect my team too badly at this point. I Will-O-Wisp, and his hypnosis miss. I get my wish recovery, and while I notice after he takes burn damage, when his leftover recovery is negating his burn damage, so that's how you can always tell that it's a heat-proof Bronzong. But I switch out because there's nothing I can do to the thing, and I didn't want to get blown up on, so I go out to Wigglytuff, and hypnosis misses, and I can get another wish off, wish pass. Now, this part of the match, basically, like, none of this stuff, like, I didn't need Stealth Rock up, but I put it up because hypnosis missed. I really, like, didn't need anything of any of the things that Wigglytuff did. I just needed it as Sleep Fodder, basically, because nothing that I did with Wigglytuff dramatically changed or drastically changed the match in any way whatsoever. But now that I have him Sleep Fodder, I decided to bring in Donphan because I know it's a heat-proof Zong and I was going to Earthquake it the hell. But he sends out Infernape, which actually works better for me. But I didn't want to over-predict, so I go with the Rapid Spin just to get the Stealth Rock going, because I do have a Focus Sasher on this team, which I really love using. But he curses up, and I knock off his leftovers. And at this point, like, the curse Umbreon caught me a surprise. I was thinking more of Toxic Stall or Mean Look Pass, but he curses up again, and I don't know if it's me, but I haven't seen a curse Umbreon in a while now, in a really long while actually. But I Will-O-Wisp to negate every attack boost he just got. He curses up again to get back to +1, and also the Will-O-Wisp damage isn't that bad either. But I switch out. Like, I didn't predict with Gardevoir this whole match. Like, no joke, I did not predict with her at all. But I switch out, and I go to Donphan. And I don't know why I went to Donphan, but I went to Donphan, and I ended up dodging a payback. Like, I honestly didn't know what I was going to do. But I Earthquake now, and it does, like, a fifth, maybe. And he sends out Beast Boy. Now, this part really made me mad because he only has +1 attack, and my Wigglytuff lived a +1 life. I mean, a +1 DD Yara's Waterfall, but turns out that he's Life Orbed, and the Earthquake rapes me. But I forget what I bring in now. Oh yeah, I bring in Dat Ya Head. It's a black people joke. Most white people don't get it, but he sends out Eruption, and I was so close to using Water Pulse. Like, no joke, I was so close to hitting Water Pulse. But I didn't. So, at this point of the game, he actually goes Boom. And I was predicting an explosion, so I actually brought Gardevoir in to die. But he ended up overheating, and that worked more in my favor. Because now he can't touch me, and he has to switch. So I get up a free wish or a free move of my choice. So I ended up going with the Thunderbolt, knowing he had to switch and I was going to do some damage. But the wish would have been just as nice, I guess. And goes to the Ice Punch, predicting a Donphan switch. But I set up wish now, and I know from the burn damage that I know that I'll live another Ice Punch. Like, there's no joke in my mind that I would live another Ice Punch. So Thunderbolt again, live as predicted, and I didn't know if Wish came before burn damage, but Wish actually does, and that was a little like scare on my part. I didn't know completely, but I end up living, get the Wish, and he sends back in Eruption. Now, I really didn't know what he was planning on doing. I think I actually thought he was gonna blow up now, but he goes with the Earth Power, and I get up another Wish, and this is actually working more in my favor, because now I have Latias's Death Father as I wanted, and I can switch into something freely without taking too much heavy damage from a Heatran. So I decided to go out to cash scam my Wish Cash, and this thing is banded. And this thing is one of the most ownage banded Pokemon I've ever used. No joke. It's one of the most ownage banded Pokemon I've ever seen. So I used Waterfall, it easily takes it out. I actually think even after the Intimidate and the Stealth Rock I would have took out Salamence. Now, I send out, well, he actually sends out Infernape, and I know that he's banded, and I knew a close combat would actually take me out. So I get hit with close combat, which takes out my Death Fodder, and I don't have any more floating around, and I forget what I bring in here. I'm pretty sure it's Donphan. Yeah. So I bring in Donphan, and I go with the Earthquake, just because I know it hits almost everything on his team. But he sends out Metallica, and this is what I'm talking about, Heat-Proof Zong. From the beginning, I knew it was, but he said that he didn't know it was a Heat-Proof Zong, and I actually believe him now, because nobody in their sane mind would switch in a Bronzong to an Earthquake if it's Heat-Proof. Unless maybe he was on something, which I highly doubt. But sends back in Funky Kong. I didn't know what he wanted to do, but I was fearing a Grass Knot for some reason. I think, I'm not sure, but he Flamethrowers and does a bit over half. I think with Fire Blast it would have probably killed me with max damage or something. Not completely sure, but you get back up to about half health with lefties, and this is a little bit of lullage. I couldn't touch this thing and I didn't want to switch, so I just stay in. I take a Dragon Claw. He takes Life Orb damage, and I knock off his Life Orb, which is lulls, like complete lulls. So he Earthquakes and he kills me. Now he can't do anything, so I switch in Minun, and I know I'm faster unless he ran Jolly, which he doesn't. So I hit him with a Thunderbolt, easily takes it out from the HP he was left at. Switches out Twilight, and I wasn't thinking at this point, like he's burned, but I went with the counter anyway just in case, but he Moonlights up, which is a good move, and I counter, and it fails. So now I could counter him with something else I switched to, but I was kind of afraid of him setting up, so, and I'm sashed, and I get up a Nasty Plot, and he runs. Good game, Dwayne. Really fun match. I hope I get to battle you again, and I guess I'll see you guys around. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.